Hello, welcome to this tutorial, Microsoft Word Mastery. This is lesson 3. I welcome you all to lesson 3 of this very course, Microsoft Word Mastery. So here we are aiming to master Microsoft from the very beginning on how to um, launch Microsoft Word from the start menu and make use of the application, the program itself. All right, good. So, welcome to lesson 3. So, in lesson 3, we are going to be focusing on the ribbon. So, here we're going to learn about what the ribbon is, what parts of uh, this very Microsoft Word itself is the ribbon. All right, so the interface here, where is the ribbon? That is the question. In fact, what is the ribbon itself? So because this is what we are discussing about now. What is the ribbon? So the ribbon is just commands that we can use to create documents, to manage documents, to to do all sort of manipulations on our documents, right? Like even as far as formatting, the views, and a lot of these features, like images, adding videos, adding comments, and a lot of features are available on this ribbon. So here we're going to be exploring the ribbon. Okay. Now, first of all, you need to understand that this ribbon itself is actually sectionized. And I'm going to put it that way, like kind of being categorized in different sections, because like it is, when you have a set of tool, maybe a tool for maybe screwing, for like a screwdriver tools, and maybe plumbing tools, and surgery tools, and different kinds of tools, you would like to have them in different sections, so that when you need a tool for unscrewing an object, you might really know that, okay, this is where I will go to get this particular tool. And if you need a tool for carpentry work, you should know that you need to go to this very toolkit, and you should be able to get the exact tool that you need. So the same thing is applied to a ribbon. So the ribbon is actually being sectioned, right? So basically, it means that the ribbon is kind of grouped together. So what you see here is that this ribbon is grouped, like I said. So now, inside the ribbon, instead of to bring all those commands all together, they are now being sectioned. Okay. So the first you would find on this ribbon is actually called the file. The file, you can call it a file tab or the file menu and all that. Okay. So, but then there's a reason why we can call it file menu, or we can also call it what, file tab. So I'm going to explain to you what this is. All right. So these ribbons are grouped in different tabs. All right. So it is not tablets like this, but just tabs. All right. Tabs. Tab for singular and tabs for plural. Okay. So that's being said, let's talk about the file menu. So the reason why it is actually called file menu instead of the file tab, okay, first of all, before I move into explaining this file, let me give you an overview of all the categories underneath the ribbon. So the first on the list is the file, all right? So we have the file, we have the home, that's the home tab. So everything are actually categorized in called tabs, all right? So everything you see here are all what, tabs. So we have the file tab, we have the home tab, we have the insert tab. So I'm just going to be purposely omitting the tab word, okay? So we have the file tab, we have the home tab, we have the insert tab, we have also the draw tab. For newer versions of Microsoft Word, you should find the draw tab, okay? Now, in older versions like 2016 or maybe 2007, you will not find the draw tab, okay? Now, after that, you will also find the design, okay? So I'm not going to list out every other thing, so but this is where you can find them, okay? The first one, the second one, the third one, and the file tab is not left as is not left aside. These are all the tabs down to this very tab. All right, everything that appears at that top is actually called the tabs. Now, that being said, let's take a look at the first one, which is the file tab. Okay, let's take a look at the file tab, which is number one. So our current focus now will be number one, which is the file tab, or you can call it the file menu. All right, file menu. So either ways that works for you. But like I mentioned, we want to talk about why we should prefer to call it file tab instead of file menu instead of file tab. Okay. Now, but if you call it file menu, it's all good. But this is why you want to call it the menu instead of the tab, because as a tab, we expect to have groups and commands as a particular section within that tab. Each tab should have what? A group and a set of commands containing it. Okay. Now, let's check why the file tab is actually called file menu. It's simply because in the file tab is regarded as, which is the file menu, is regarded as where we find what? The backstage view. Right? So this backstage view is where we can, create informations like, check informations like the Microsoft accounts that we're using, and other advanced customization for the Microsoft program itself. Okay, and also that is not even the limitations of it. We also can find commands such as the home tab, the home, the like when you want to return back to the home, that's the command. You can find it there. You can also find the new command. You can find the new command, the open command. You can find the info, save as, print, and others, even close as well, and account feedback and options. So options, you see, is where you should, as someone that is learning Microsoft Word, that is new to Microsoft Word, I would suggest you kind of avoid this button, because when you come to this screen that you're seeing here, it's really would impact the performance, or yes, let me just leave it the way, performance of your Microsoft Word, because whatever thing you customize here, it will generally affect the application itself. Okay, so be very conscious when you come to these options. When you click on the option is actually at the file tab. Okay, like when you click on the more, you should find it. Most of the times you can find it here on older versions of Microsoft Word. So let's take a look at the new command. Okay, the new command here, when you click on the new command, what it does, it actually asks you, do you plan on bringing in like creating new document, or you want to start a new project or a new document with an existing template? Okay, now when you are logged in online, like you are connected to the internet, you would have the feature to search for a template. Okay, you can search for templates. But when you're offline, you basically do not have access to any of these session features. Okay, so just 1 minute, let me see something. Okay, all right. So now what you need to understand about this new is that let's go back a bit. Is that the new command itself gives you an option, or let's say options, for you to start a new blank document or create from any of the existing template, like we talked in the first lesson. Okay, on lesson 1, we discussed about this. All right. Now the second command you see here, open, is to open an existing document that is already on your computer, or maybe you want to open an existing document on the cloud, or you want to find a document on your laptop. All right. So if you have a laptop, if you own a laptop and you have document that is already on it, document I say is Microsoft Word document, you would want to use this PC instead, and browse through those your documents and open one of them. But if you have on cloud, you can decide to choose from your cloud. All right, this is actually OneDrive that's associated with Microsoft Outlook. All right. So this will be all for this video. In the next video, we're going to be talking about the info, the savers, the print, share, export, and also the more, this stuff, these other commands that are here. And like I mentioned, the reason why the file menu is called the file menu is because none of these commands you see on the list from the very top down to this bottom are grouped. None of them are grouped. They are all just single commands. So we just, and also this is categorized in 3 sections. This is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3. Okay, this is the 3rd section of it. So the first one is having the command. The second one is just about the when you click on each of the command, what you get to see here, and other. So the other is actually sectionized in 3 different parts. So this is actually called the Backstage view, which is contained in the file tab. All right. So in the next video, we're going to be looking at the info, the savers, and other commands that is at the Backstage view in the file menu. All right. So this is where we would put this class to an end, and on lesson 4 we would be expected to learn more about the open, the info, the savers, and the rest. Okay, so if this video you find it helpful and you have any complaints or maybe some things that I did not really touch and you would like to suggest your own corrections, please leave the comments in the comment section. I will be there to wait for your comments and attend to it politely. Okay, so I appreciate your feedback, and if this is the first time coming across my video, please do well to like, share, subscribe, and comment your opinions in the videos. So looking forward to seeing you guys on lesson 4, where we will be talking about the savers, and the open command and the rest. All right, so see you and bye for now. Take care, guys.